Perfect. Ooh, let's do it like that then. I'll change my phone. Do I change my phone or you change yours?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what happened.
No, no, no. But like, do I change my phone for
Oh,
us to be in the same direction, or you change yours?
I think I like it this way because I'm using the earpiece. So if I
Uh,
change it this way,
oh, no problem. Let
yeah.
me change my. Oh, oops, I'm like upside down now.
Oh
Let me
no,
change.
that's bad.
All right, let's change. Wow, we already have like 6 people, and this is, yeah, it's really nice. Let me put this. Okay, perfect.
Great.
Ooh, perfect. So as usual, I'm doing these lives every Wednesday, and I always try to bring interesting people. And obviously, like it goes without saying that you're a very interesting person.
I
So
am.
I'm always, yeah. So I'm inviting people. Of course, I try to put on social media if people want to be interviewed. So that's how we got to meet each other. But obviously, I know you're studying at the KLU. It's the same university I graduated from,
Okay.
and we both know it's a very nice university, a very good place to study. Yeah. And of course, there's a number of different topics that you can talk about that we're going to talk about
Mm-hmm.
in this slide. So first of all, I think of course the people in my channel already know me, but I think maybe if there's any externals. So my name is Vinny, and I am a career coach, and I also work for DB Shaker, as people on the logistics community might already know. And I dedicate my Instagram account to provide insights to people regarding career coaching. More in terms of this side, and of course, we always try to bring with the lives. We always try to bring people like interesting people that have some message to give to people, not just people that are looking for a job, but looking to progress in life. And your example is amazing, to be honest. The little I know, we'll get to know a bit more, right? It sounds like an amazing journey for me. So all the people that are watching, feel free to send comments, to send questions, and we'll try to read it. I'll read it like that, but I will try to read it and answer it. So now my interviewee, the invitation I sent to Juliana, and I would like you to present yourself.
Okay, so my name is Juliana Boatemaah, but most people know me to be Boatemaah back home. And I'm a Ghanaian. I come from Konongo, Dumasi in Ghana. And I'm currently a Master of Science student in Global Logistics and Supply Chain Management at CUNY Logistics University. And I am currently working as a research assistant for one of the professors in the university.
Okay, nice. Okay. Yeah, so I can start saying that the thing that got me interested in your profile, the way it caught my eye was one post that you put on LinkedIn
Mm-hmm.
about this story of like getting over some difficulties or something like that you had in your mind to keep going and to do the master here. And the brilliant thing is that you wrote such an authentic post, and such like putting on emotions in there and stuff like that. And we know that a lot of people think that putting emotions in this thing in social media is not a good thing, but for me it's a brilliant thing. I wish that more people would do that. So that's what really got my attention. So like what were you thinking at that moment? Like how did you why did you wanted to give up, and all of a sudden you decided, no, this is for me. I really want to do this.
So I come from a different background. I am a social science student. So I read economics and sociology in my first degree. And when I got admission to come to KLU, I came, and the first day we came into the class, everyone stood up and was like, "Oh, I'm an industrial engineering student. I have a bachelor's in logistics." And I was like, okay, I think I'm the only person with a social science background. Initially, I was very scared. I thought I couldn't compete with my mates in class. So when we started with our studies, it's mathematically based. If you've been to KLU,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
when we started, I wasn't really getting the algorithms and everything working there. So I remember one day it got to a point that I was always depressed. I was crying every day, every day. I was crying every day. So one of the career service persons saw me one day and she was like, "Are you okay? Do you need to see a counselor?" I didn't tell her anything. But then she
yeah,
saw me and she was like, "Are you okay? Do you need to see a counselor?" And I was like, "Yes, no, okay, I'm fine." I wasn't entirely sure the answer to give to her. So
yeah,
I was in the leadership class. So I went to see Professor Niels. And
yeah,
I told him that I don't think I would be able to do this program and I would love to go back home. And then she he told me that, you know something, you've not even taken your first exam yet. Why don't you just give it a try? And if it doesn't work, you just go home. So just give it a try. So I was like, okay, let me see how it goes. And I was very nervous during the examination time. I studied so hard that sometimes you could see me and my eyes were swollen. And
yeah.
yeah, lo and behold, all the exams came and I passed everything. I mean, like
Nice.
everything. I'm like, okay, I think I can do this now. And
Yeah.
I proceeded. Yes. So that was how it started for me.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like I know Niels and we collaborate in different things. He interviewed for my podcast, so I know how he is and I know how he can be supportive, you know. So you went to the right person. You
Yeah.
absolutely went to the right person. But I mean, at the end of the day, of course, it was like he helped you, but it was kind of all you, you know, like you're pulling yourself like out of that mindset. So this is really, really amazing. So now you're like really, really kind of pumped to finish the course
Come on,
to get to the end.
I'm close to writing my master thesis, so I'm very strong. I'm very strong now. I'm very
Yeah, to get
strong.
to the master thesis, right?
Yeah, I'm very strong
Yeah,
now.
I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun with the master thesis. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun also.
It wouldn't be fun, it would be stressful, but since I've been able to pass my 2 semesters, I'm good to go. Yeah,
Yeah, it's good stress at the end when
yeah,
you get your master thesis on your hands and you finish it and you like the result. It's a good feeling. It's a really
yes,
good feeling.
it
So
is.
have you been like up to something else in Hamburg or just studying right now, or did you look for a student job or something like that?
Oh yes, currently I'm looking for a student job and I've gotten a couple of feedback, so I'm waiting for the next process
Hmm.
because I was okay working with Professor Rod Franklin.
Hmm.
But then something came up, and I think he had to relocate back to the US. So I'd have to look for a different student job. So I'm still looking for a student job, and I'm waiting for some feedbacks from a couple of companies.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
You're confident then.
of course I am.
Yeah, nice, nice. That sounds good. And you said you came from Ghana, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
I'm always interested because this is also part of everyone just climbing that ladder of you not having thinking you don't have the confidence to do something, right?
Hmm.
And I know, like as a Brazilian, I know that the cultural differences between Germany and Brazil are enormous,
Hmm.
and I've been through some stuff to, like, okay, I need to adapt, and I wouldn't say I changed, but some things I had to adapt. And I don't know the culture in Ghana, how it is, the differences to Germany. So like how is it? How did you adapt? How did you got yourself involved here in Germany with things in Germany?
In the first week, I thought it was okay. In the second week, I thought it was okay. And then as the weeks go by, the culture shock actually hits me very hard because
Yeah.
I saw some things which was very weird to me. We see in the movies that people are kissing in the movies, but in reality that you see someone kissing outside, it was very weird for
Yeah.
me. You will never see that in my country.
Really?
No, it's not like that
Oh,
there.
okay.
So,
Wow.
so
Okay.
one day I went to Rat's house, and I think I was going to do something at the Hamburg the Welcome Center. And when I got
Hmm.
to Hauptbahnhof, it was obvious. Everyone was kissing. I'm like, what? This is so surprising. So that was a huge culture shock for me. And in Ghana,
Really?
yes, in Ghana too, when most times when we go out with our friends, we end up one person end up paying all the bills. But then someone will invite you here in Germany to come for a gathering, and you'd have to pay for your own bills. And that's one too. It was very weird. I'm like, is that how it is here? But then initially, as time went on, I got used to it, and I'm here. It takes time for you to
Yeah.
adapt to the change, and especially if you don't speak the German, you feel like an outcast. It's difficult. But then once
Yeah.
you start being able to express yourself a little bit, you find your way around the city, and you are good to go. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. And in terms of studying, like because of course you studied in Ghana before, right?
yeah.
So in terms of study, in terms of the environment of the university, what are like do you can you point out like a difference like between your studies in Ghana and in here?
Oh yes, there's a big difference. So when I went to the university, the first week I had two friends. So we became three girls, like a group of
Okay.
friends, and it was
Yeah.
amazing. It was an amazing 4 years with them back in the university.
Nice.
But you and I can tell that here in Germany it's about school and work. And most of my mates, it's funny, all that they talk about is grades and grades and grades. Way back in Ghana, no one cares the grade that you get. You just have to pass and go your way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a huge difference that Germans they are serious people, that they are very determined. Like
Yeah.
it's their life is school, work, and they
And
like to
kissing
be,
outside.
yes, they like to be in their circle. And it's a huge difference for me sometimes. When I came for the first
Yeah.
week, I was actually talking to a couple of people. I thought, oh, these people can end up being my friend. You go to two
Yeah.
weeks, 3 weeks, and be like, okay, you are an outcast girl, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a huge difference between the schooling here and the schooling there. But KLU is an
Yeah, it's
amazing place to study, and the professors there are
yeah.
very great. And sometimes too, the teamwork that we do there too is very interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah.
can only imagine like your first weeks in Germany being all about, well, these people only care about studying and kissing outside. It's
Yes,
like,
exactly. I'm like, what is going on here? What is
yeah.
going on here?
Oh man. Yeah, so it's yeah, of course, it's like it's a massive difference. And one thing you point out about me in mathematics, and I think that we have in common, I studied law and international relations
Oh,
back in Brazil. So when I got to KU, it was really like it was hard to come to terms with all the math. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing here? you know. But I was really lucky. I found like I had a really good friend from the US, and he knew so much about mathematics, and he helped me a lot. So that's
oh,
the thing. You end up. It takes more time, right?
it,
But you end up meeting some people and making some friends here too. Yeah.
of course. I have a friend from Zimbabwe, and he was.
Hmm.
I have a friend from Zimbabwe. I have one from Russia, and I have one from the US. So they were very, very
Yeah.
helpful. If I had any problem, I just go straight to them. I think Maxim is
Nice.
someone, he's from Russia, and he really helped me a lot. Yes.
Nice.
And you realize
Yeah.
that
Cool.
in the Western world, computer-based programs are very, very, very vibrant here. Unlike that in my
Hmm.
country, we are not really abreast with IT systems. So using I came to be an expert in using Microsoft Excel here, because I
Yeah.
had a few knowledge about it when I was working back home. But when I got here, I thought that there were a lot to it than what I've been using. And
Hmm.
these German kids, and they know everything about they excel and they know how to work their own. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, these are all some of the problems that contributed to me being depressed. I go to class
Hmm.
and a professor will talk about Excel sheets and some things, and I have no idea what is going on there. But then everyone was everyone was so cool with it. I'm like, okay, I think I have to go back home because I can't study here. But then I'm a fast learner, so I actually found my way around everything very fast, and then now I'm very good with everything. When I came, I used
Nice.
to print a lot of lecture slides on Moodle. So one day I went to see one PhD student for him to explain something to me, and I
Yeah.
opened my bag, and there were a lot of papers, and then he was like, "That's a lot of papers." I'm like, "Yes, it is," because you realize that most people come to class with just their laptops, and they have the lecture slides and they just have to be editing. I had to print a lot of them in my bag, and then you see me every day holding a lot of papers with me. And by
Yeah.
the first semester, I was okay, and I didn't have to be printing a lot anymore. So it's time. I got used to it.
Nice. And it seemed you're really not afraid to go to people, and talk to them and ask for help and stuff
No.
like that. That's amazing. And this is actually more rare than people think. It's really a unique skill, for people to do that. Because I never thought about going to a PhD student and do that.
Well,
It's like,
sometimes you have to take chances in life. You can't just be there
yeah,
waiting for opportunities to come to you. You have to go for them. And that is
yeah.
something that I've come to realize. It's something I've been doing all my life. And I've come to realize that it has really helped me a lot to even come this far.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
nice. Yeah. And I mean, I think it's kind of an early question, but I think it fits here since we're talking about like your journey from Ghana to here and everything. So if you have people like from your own country that want to take this type of journey, not necessarily to Germany, but maybe some other country, I don't know. Um, what would be something you would tell them? Like what do you need to have and how do you kind of overcome this challenge?
I would say that it's not easy to study abroad. Trust me, it's not easy.
Yeah,
Especially, most schools don't know that international students have to prove every year that they can finance their education. Most people don't know that,
yeah,
but then that is the reality. You have to prove
yeah,
every year that you have this amount of money in your account. And I've come to meet a lot of students from my country who are here, and they are still struggling to actually
yeah, yeah,
complete their school. So first of all, the advice I would give is that personally, I wouldn't advise anyone to come and read bachelor's, as in the
hmm,
3 years in outside, without any
yeah,
financial support from your family or a scholarship. With a master's, you can, but know that you can do it, but it is not going to be easy. Don't let anyone lie to you that it's easy. It is not going to be easy because you'd have to work
yeah,
to support your education. And if you are not fortunate and you want to just to do any program, unlike me, that I want to specialize in logistics, so I came to KLU and I have to pay a lot of school fees too. You also have to finance your tuition fee, and also you have to finance your living allowance, your living expenses. So it's not easy
yeah.
for you to come, but in the end, it's really worth it. It's worth it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, cool. And do you know if Hamburg or I don't know, another place in Germany has like kind of a Ghanaian community or people from your own country, or at least the region that you know here?
Yes, I think most of the Ghanaians in Germany are based in Hamburg. It's very easy to come by
Yeah.
Ghanaians in Hamburg. It's so easy. You sit in the train, everywhere you pass, you meet Ghanaians. So there is a Ghanaian community in Hamburg.
Ah, nice,
Yes.
nice. Yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't say Ghana is like the biggest country in Africa. Like a lot,
No,
I
no,
don't know how's the population there. Is there like a lot of people?
no.
I'm sorry about my ignorance. I don't.
Don't worry. Ghana is like 30 plus million population. 30 plus, yeah. particular
Oh,
team.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of people.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, we are. We are.
Okay. And it's not, but Germany is not like the country of preference of Ghanaians, or is it?
I think that most Ghanaians prefer to go to the English-speaking country. It's easier there. It's easier to make it there, like Canada, US, Australia, and the UK, as compared to going to these non-English-speaking countries. So most Ghanaians are found in the English-speaking countries, but then some too are found in the
Oh, okay.
non-English-speaking countries. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know, like in my case, like Brazilians always prefer to go to the US, so like that there's like Brazilians everywhere, to be honest, but they always
Okay.
prefer to go to English speaking countries. Sure, it's a bit easier, right? Yeah,
Okay.
cool. So I'm gonna start asking some things about LinkedIn now because I absolutely love your profile, love your posts. I need to confess that I didn't read all the articles yet.
You have to
I
go and
didn't
read
read all
them.
of
You
them.
have to go and
I
read them.
will. I will. But it's just for me amazing the energy you pass with your post, the energy you pass, and like your will to get there, to put your name out there. For me, it's amazing. And again, it's not something that I see a lot of people doing. I see a lot of people putting posts of someone else. I see a lot of people just replicating what someone else said, and you write articles, you do your research, you really put you can feel like you really put your heart on this. So it's like,
Yes.
how did you, like, what is your, where do you get the energy to write those articles, to do that? What's your purpose with that?
Well, I've had a lot of people telling me that I carry something great, and I don't know what they're talking about, but they keep telling me that. So I've had people telling me that I'm a smart girl, I'm intelligent, and I've always wanted to do something out there to help people. So recently, I've been getting a lot of questions about what logistics is, what supply chain is, and I've had people come to me to talk about the career opportunities and what the whole studies have to offer. So I took my time and thought about it, that since I'm a research assistant and I've done a lot of research for my professor, why don't I publish articles to educate people in this aspect? So
Yeah.
I just took the opportunity and I started publishing articles, educating people in not just logistics, but in supply chain too. So I think my inspirations come from the feedback people give me and how people look up to me. Most people sometimes come to me and they're like, the energy you have, I don't have any energy. I cry too. But then I can't disappoint them because they believe in me, and so they keep pushing me and they keep me going. I cannot. It's not possible for me to
Nice.
fail.
That sounds great, and
Yes,
I mean, that's all one can wish for, right? Like
yes,
the whole purpose. Now you made me so happy now to have invited you to do this interview. Yeah, honestly, because this channel is about that.
yes.
This channel is about that.
Mm.
Just yesterday I recorded a live talking about dealing with rejection in the job search
Yeah,
process,
I
right?
watched it.
And what you said right now, it's a clear example of like it's in line what I was talking about yesterday. And it's exactly that. It's just finding those peers, finding those people that believe in you, and your feeling is that I don't want to let them down, right? So you keep pushing, you keep doing it, and you get that energy out of that, right?
Yes, one thing that people always don't seem to recognize is that they just know the success of a person, but they don't actually take into account the failures. Trust me,
Yeah.
I've failed a lot of times, a lot of
Mm.
times. If you will land a job and someone might think that it was so easy for you. But then if I show you the number of applications I sent out there and the kind of feedback they give to you, you will never you will never believe it. But it's real.
Yeah.
I had an Indian girl who came to me for advice, and she came to me and she was like in school and she was like, you are so smart, you are good in communication, you are intelligent, you have working experience, and I'm so proud of you, and I wish I was like you. I'm like, don't be like me. I've had a lot of rejections. I've had a lot of setbacks. I've had my own fair share of depression. I've had my own fair share of failures. And even up till now,
Yeah.
it's not easy. But then I don't stop, because the moment you stop, then you fail. You will fail. Sometimes you fall. You have to get back on your feet and just keep moving. So that's what I keep telling people, that the moment you stop
Yeah.
because you've been rejected, that is when you give them the win. But you don't stop. You keep going and you keep going. And that's how you make it.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You said it all. You should honestly, I need to like put you more on my get some quotes from you and put it on my channel on Instagram because that's all that is, right? If you get every time you get rejected, you should get energized to push forward,
Don't
right? It's
stop.
not put your head down and drag your feet. It's like, yeah, whatever, too bad for them. They won't have me.
It happened.
So
Yes, exactly.
that's it, right?
It's even their loss, not your loss. So just keep on pushing. Don't give
Yeah.
up.
And I remember you wrote on your this post that I started the conversation with, like that you talk about news and stuff like that. That you put the first sentence you put, I thought it would be hard for a colored girl to come to Germany and study here and this and this and that. And I know it's a sensitive subject, especially right now with all that's happening, but it's interesting to talk about it because of course we have a lot of people, a lot of black people out there. I have a lot of friends that are black people, and they tell me their experiences. So I think it's interesting to share as well. Um, did you feel there's anything different for you because you're African, because you're black, or it's you felt like comfortable and it's all the same here?
To fit in here, or how I came to Germany.
Okay, you came back. Yeah.
Yes, came back. So are you asking about if I fit in here? Asking what is the question?
Okay. I think now it came
Can you?
back. It was frozen. I didn't
Okay.
hear like too much of what you said. Sorry.
Okay. So can you repeat the question again? Do you want to know about
Oh,
why I?
okay. So because you mentioned that on your post, I was wondering if in some way you felt different here because of your color, or if you had any interaction that something bothered you, or you just feel like normal, nothing happened. How is it for you? Because I could never say, so that's why I need to ask.
Well, you face discrimination everywhere. Everywhere you go, apart from being in Africa. Since you are black, you face discrimination everywhere. But it's up to you how you deal with it. I remember when I came here in the first month or the second month, I was in a train going home, and there was this girl, little girl, who came to sit beside me. And the mother came and sat between us, which was very weird. I was like, what is going on here? So I don't know that the mother felt I was going to harm the, I don't know, but there have been a lot of circumstances where I had to deal with discrimination. And I think that once you get to know that it's everywhere, and it can, I don't know, well, maybe we are still fighting it, but then I I feel confident in myself, and I didn't ask to be black. This is how I came. And there's nothing I can do about it. So
Yeah.
I have to deal with the situation. Sometimes you have to know that this is who you, sometimes I wish, oh, I was a very calm girl, and I was very timid. No, this is me. Vibrant,
Yeah.
outspoken, confident. You have to embrace what you are, and if you embrace it, that is how you get out of it. When you start
Yeah.
embrace, I started embracing being black. I started embracing being coming. I come from a very small town in Ghana. It wasn't easy for me.
Hmm.
So once I got to know that I have to embrace all these things to make it here, I am perfectly fine. And you would say, oh, I don't need to be your friend to be okay. I'm okay in my own friendship. Yes. So once you get
Yeah.
to know that, you find comfort in yourself. That is how you get there.
Yeah. This is like fascinating for me, to be honest, because in Brazil you grow up, independently of where you are, you grow up around all kinds of people.
Hmm.
So if you come from a family that has a little bit of an open mind, it doesn't make any difference, you know. For I really would hope that a lot of people would be like that, like have like doesn't see the point of discrimination in any type of form, you know. But I've been with some friends here in Hamburg, and some things happened because they were Indian, you know, or myself because people thought I was Turkish, and but I wouldn't say that overall is a country that discriminates people. They respect their history, and I think they evolved a lot. And it's just a very tiny minority that these things could happen.
Everyone is, just know that everyone is entitled to have an opinion. And no matter
Yeah,
who you are, everyone
absolutely.
have an opinion about you. So the moment you just leave, stay with their opinions and you also live with yourself. Yes, they have an opinion. Let them keep it and be you. That is why you keep going. Everyone will have a, oh, okay, in this, I'm even guilty for judging Indians because I worked in an Indian company before I came here, and the woman was so bossy. But then I came to
Hmm.
Indians here at KLU, and I realized that not all Indians are the same. It's entitled to their
Oh,
opinions.
absolutely no.
Indians are like this,
Yeah,
Arabics are like this, blacks are like this are like that. So you don't let that actually pull you down.
yeah, yeah. I love your. Oops, it froze a little bit again.
So you let them have their opinion and you also keep on being you. That's the best way you can deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that I also like learned over time that it's doesn't matter where you are, you need to be you, right? You need to adapt, of
Yes.
course, because you're
Mm-hmm.
living in a foreign country, but you also need to be you. You can't lose yourself in anything like
No,
that
not at
happens, right?
all. Not at all.
Yeah. So talking about Germany, like why Germany? How did you decide to come to Germany and not any other country?
Initially, I thought I was going to read law. So I applied in some schools in the UK and I got admissions. But then, after working in a logistics company, I wanted to further my education in it because it was easier working there. I got to study everything easily. And I
Hmm.
don't know, but I didn't want to go to the US. That is very funny because I never wanted to be in the US. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so where would I want to go? Okay, I just went online and Googled best university that offers logistics and supply chain. And funny enough, KLU came first. They have to thank Google for that. And when it came,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Germany, let's see. Then I read all the admission requirements, and I didn't choose to be in Hamburg. I didn't choose the city. I didn't choose the country. I was just looking for the best program to read to come out best, and the school popped up, and I loved everything about the school and all that they were doing there. So the city and the country chose me, but I chose the program of study.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. It's funny. My process was completely different, but I got you the same result you studied at KU because I looked for a city that had like a vibrant logistics
No,
community, you know, and then I
no,
found Hamburg.
no. I
Yeah.
never thought of it. No.
But then, okay, then you chose Germany, like because well, not Germany, but you chose the program, you chose what you wanted to study,
Yeah.
and we already talked that you're happy with your choice. I think you froze a little bit again. Coming back. Okay, let's wait a couple of seconds see if the connection comes back. Okay, now it's back. Okay, it froze again. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Now it's came back. Now I'm not frozen anymore. Now I can see you moving. So then you came to Germany and like do do you have like like plans to stay in Germany, or would you like to go back to Ghana?
No, I'm not going back to Ghana any moment from now because I would like to
Okay.
have an international experience here.
Yeah.
So even if it's not Germany, it wouldn't be Ghana. It would be a different country. Yeah, so that's the plan.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to work outside of Ghana to have this experience and yeah, get this know-how.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay. And is that would be, do you think your future, do you see your future in Germany, or you are open to explore in like all other countries?
I'm open to explore. I'm not limiting myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Sounds good. Well,
Yeah.
I actually hope that you stay in Germany. I mean, you sound to me like such a talent, so I hope you stay in Germany and hopefully in Hamburg, you know.
You have to tell them
Yeah.
that. You have to tell them that.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. I can always help you with that. After all, that's what I do, you know, like career coaching, that's what we do. Um, so you think let's say if you apply for a job here in Hamburg or in Germany anywhere, what do you think is your like unique selling point? What do you offer to people here that you think, okay, these people they don't have what I have.
I think that I have a lot of qualities. First of all, with the experience in the field. Secondly, I have a very good analytical skills, a very good one, and I have an
Nice.
excellent communication skills. I'm open-minded too as well, and I am a
Hmm.
good team player, very good team player. So I would say those are my qualities. But then I think Germany, most companies would expect you to speak fluent German, and not
Yeah.
everyone is good with languages. At least the little that I can use to express myself, I am, but maybe not the formal level to address a room full of people. So I would say
Hmm.
that if you would want, people would want to hire me, a company would want to hire me. I have all the qualities that they expect an employee to have. That maybe
Hmm.
some people will not have. They might say they have, but maybe they
Nice.
might not have. And I'm a risk taker too. I take risk all the time too, and I don't limit myself to just make. For example, if I'm supposed to be in the export department, I'll be limited to staying in the export department. No, I don't do that. I am always in for new opportunities and exploring other departments as well.
Nice. Yeah, I would say the fact that you are a risk taker and you are are clearly good with people, it's a massive, massive, massive difference from the normal workforce of Germany. Yeah, and that could be something that will determine like when you're doing an interview or something like that, that would
Yeah.
be a very good point to highlight. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I would leave here like invite you. Well, first of all, before I get to the last part of this of this slide, I would like to ask just open question like what do you see in your future? Where would you be like when you finish your master? When you look forward, you say that's where I would be.
If I don't end up being the country manager for Africa, actually, I am
Okay.
targeting Africa for one big shipping line, then you see me somewhere an appointed managing director of a big company.
Okay, and you're looking for
Yeah.
shipping. You're not like that's your passion. That's really your core like priority right now.
I love maritime logistics, but that doesn't mean I'm limited to just maritime. I'm cutting across all the supply chain and all the logistics departments, and I'm not limiting myself. But I
Nice.
love to stay. I would love to stay in maritime. But if it doesn't happen, then I would love to go somewhere else.
Okay. And okay, so do you have before I do the closing here, do you have any questions for me?
So you said you've been working at DB, right? DB Schenker.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
how did you end up at DB without speaking fluent German? Maybe people would like to know.
So I work for DB Schenker Europe.
Hmm.
So the official language of DB Schenker Europe is English.
Oh, okay.
That's how I ended up. And also I was quite fortunate because our team works across Europe, so more than 29 countries, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Um, and of course, we need a diverse team. And we have people that speak. Of course, everybody speaks English. We have people that speak German. Someone that's by the way, in my team now, unfortunately, one left, but we had one Nigerian and one Senegalese.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing people. Amazing. I love working with them. Yeah, amazing people. And so they could. We had people on the team that could speak German, people that could speak French
And
and some other languages, but they didn't have anybody that could speak Portuguese or Spanish, and I
mhm.
can speak those two languages. So
Oh, okay.
it was one of the determinant factors of why I got hired, and of course I built over time. I built a CV that I would say is a respectable CV
Okay.
to be able to work in an organization like that. So, but I think there was like a lot of background, and that's how I ended up at this job because German is not really a core requirement. But I'm learning German anyway because I can't accept that I will live here and not speak the language.
Of
So
course. Of
I'm
course.
trying my best.
Of
It's a
course.
complicated language, but I'm trying my best.
Der, die, das, einen, eine.
Ah,
It's not easy,
yeah.
but we are doing our
That's
best.
just the tip of the iceberg. That's just the tip of
Yes.
the iceberg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would really, really, really like to thank you for your time for doing this live with me, to give us all these amazing insights and a little bit of your story. I'm gonna leave an invite here already to I can offer you to have a look at your CV if you want
Oh,
me to do
yes.
so. I can also offer you more down the line if you want to interview for the podcast I do with a friend of mine that talk more about interculturality. It's a bit of a different topic, but you fit perfectly in that topic. So I'll leave all these invites here on the table for you for whenever you want to take it up. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, just thank you for doing the live, and thank you for like offering people your story and your background.
I am so happy that you even invited me here, and I'm humbled. And thank you for having me on your live. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
no worries, no worries. Okay, see ya.
Bye.
Have a good evening.
You too.